I don't
Right.
talk about it. And my editor, her name's Steph. She was awesome. She was like, "Well, that's a travesty." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Look," she goes, "less than 1% of you have fought in the longest running wars in U.S. history. Even she's like less than she's like about 1% of you, like from World War II to now, have served." She's like, "We're losing all these stories that could help us prevent wars, to help us understand you more, to the annals of history, because you guys come home and you're this silent brotherhood." She goes, "We need to know about the humanity, complexity, and barbarity of combat so that we don't repeat these mistakes." And people are curious, and she pointed out, like, she's like, "Look at it, like people love Star Wars, which is basically warfare. People love Marvel movies, which is warfare.
Right. Exactly.
There's
Yep.
this something inside the human psyche that is obsessed with
Battle.
warfare
Yep.
and battle." And so, and our, Andor, like, is one of the top TV shows right now, warfare. So, I was like, man, I think she's right. And it just made me realize that I was being a coward and I wasn't dealing with my stuff. And so that's really when, for me, I think when that reintegration process truly happened was
Was that
was
was
10
that
years after
more
the fact.
was that more about getting the word out and writing it down, or was it more about you helping? You knew that it was going to help others and help you overcome that, do you think?
I think it was more of kind of like a therapeutic outlet for me,
Okay.
honestly.
All right.
Um, I think I truly believe most veterans want to talk about their experiences.
Yep.
I know I did. I remember like when I first got home from Afghanistan, I wanted to talk about like all this stuff. And I remember telling this really dark story, and people were just horrified. And I'm laughing. We do that.
Yep.
And suddenly, like, people are either being polite, and doing the or they're you
Yeah,
can
you could
we
you
get
could see
really
it.
good.
Yeah, you could
Mhm.
see it. Yeah, for
And that's the
sure.
thing they don't realize. Like, veterans are really good at reading body language. Like, we
Right.
just, you have to read it in warfare and everything. And so I was just like, "Oh, I need to shut up. I don't they think I'm a monster."
Right.
And so I could always talk with my vet buddies, and that's why there's this misconception that like veterans only talk about veterans because they went through the same experience. But really for me is like I had two civilians that really just kind of helped me process through like a lot of what I had been through, and were open about the stuff that they had struggled with in their lives. I just began to see similarities, as
Yeah.
opposed to differences. And I just realized like all of humanity suffers at some point.